Yeah. Brownsville wind cut through the puffer coat. Helicopters circling like hungry vultures. Yeah. Another night in Kings County. Another testimony from the pavement. Midnight train sparks reflected in the slush puddles. Young boys gambling futures off nickel bundles. Street lights buzzing over shattered bus glass, while the snow covered footprints from the gun blast. I remember Benny had dreams past the avenue, wanted studio sessions, not federal shackles. But the block moved faster than ambition did. Now it's mother light candles where the corner kids live. Brooklyn winters ain't poetic, they brutal, cold enough to freeze mercy inside you. Hallway walls stained from years of tension. Project elevators smell like fear and depression. I learned survival from men with dead eyes, who spoke calm while describing homicides. Every laugh came mixed with exhaustion. Every blessing carried funeral proportions. Meanwhile, I'm writing bars in a basement room. Dust floating slow through the speaker boom. Kick drum knocking like detectives at dawn. Snare cut sharp through the neighborhood storm. Baritone echo with that low-end menace. Voice heavy enough to crack old tennis courts. This ain't glamour, it's trauma over rhythms. Street autopsies disguised as wisdom. Where's snow falling near the borough lights? Lost souls roaming through these frozen nights. Boom, boom, bap, heartbeat under heavy skies. Brooklyn raised us where the angels hide. Cold stairwells, black coats, cracked dreams. Everybody chasing paper through the siren screams. If karma got a ledger for the sins we made, pray my rhymes outlive the grave. Seen a preacher buy crack 2 blocks from church. The Sunday morning talk redemption first. That's the contradiction living in the borough veins. Hope and corruption sharing one train. My man Darnell caught 6 near Atlantic. Silence hit the block and the tension spread panic. Nobody spoke, retaliation was expected. Pain moved fast when the pride got tested. The older hustlers sat near the dice games bitter, watching young wolves grow colder each winter. Somebody always plotting through envy and hunger. That's why friendships never lasted long here. Studio sessions smelling like burnt wires. Engineer looping breaks from forgotten vinyls. Tape saturation make the drums feel ghostly. Every bass note thick and smoky. I rap detail like police transcriptions, documenting grief from first-hand distance. Each verse stitched from the borough ache, trying to keep my soul from the path I take. Red snow falling near the borough lights. Lost souls roaming through these frozen nights. Boom bap, heartbeat under heavy skies. Brooklyn raised us where the angels hide. Cold stairwells, black coats, cracked dreams. Everybody chasing paper through the siren scream. Karma got a ledger for the sins we made. Where my rhymes outlive the grave. Train doors slide through the freezing fog. Corner boys whisper while the blue lights crawl. Somewhere a mother's still waiting awake, hoping her son don't become headline bait. Years pass, but the nightmares stay vivid. I still hear gunfire whenever snow hitting. Still see blood trails near the taxi tires. Still smell wet concrete in apartment fires. Fame never healed the borough damage. Gold plaques can't erase what trauma planted. Carry ghosts in the cadence patterns. Every slow flow packed with buried sadness. Young kids now study my bars like scriptures, trying to escape from the same cold winters. So I give them truth with the rhythm attached, not fairy tales dressed in platinum raps. This for the lost ones under dim hall lights, for the hustlers fighting demons every night, for the mothers praying softly by the window frame, watching Brooklyn swallow sons again. Kings County, breathing through the tape hiss. Old souls trapped inside the drum kicks. And every snowfall cover the pain for a minute, but the streets always remember. Yeah. Snowstorm over Bed-Stuy rooftops. Blue lights bleeding through apartment blinds. Another winter file from the borough. Yeah. Crack pavement glitter underneath the sodium lights. Yellow tape dancing in the middle of the night. teenagers posted by the bodega on in cold faces, harder from funerals every morning. My cousin sold powder from a hallway near Utica. Said survival made the saints move. Lucifer like project staircases smell like wet leather coats. Gun smoke trapped thick in the radiator smoke. Mama praying softly while the news station talk. Another body found stiff near the Canarsie docks. Nobody shot. Pain old as the borough bricks. Babies raised hearing ambulance harmonics. I learned math counting drug money on the mattress. Death sat nearby like a permanent address. Friends disappeared quicker than subway graffiti. One wrong move and your name become a memory. Meanwhile the drums knock dusty and sinister. Loop sounding haunted through the basement. Cylinders, baritone vocals shaking rust off the pipes like confessions from a killer who ain't slept at night. Brooklyn winter bloodstains under snowflakes. Dark hearts marching through the sirens and cold rain. Still the boom bap breathe through the crack tape sound. Lost souls trying not to drown. Black skies hanging over church choir echo. Street karma circle like a vulture when the lead blow. If heaven gotta stay away for the corner boys, tell them we survived through the noise. I seen rich dreams die inside a dice game. Pride and desperation make the trigger hand unstable. Old hustlers sitting silent near the laundromat. Eyes full of ghosts they can never bring back. Every block got mythology written in scars. Liquor stores, stick up kids, abandoned squad cars. The borough romanticized pain and melodies. That's why the darkest verses sound heavenly. My man Trey got lined by somebody he fed. Now his mother kissed photographs beside the bed. That taught me loyalty fragile as window glass, especially when money and envy overlap. Studio smell like dust and stale cigarettes. Engineer looping breaks from forgotten cassette decks. Kick drum punch heavy like a courtroom verdict. Snare sharp enough to split through nervousness. I rap slow, calculated like surveillance footage. Each line detailed from the corners where we stood at. Internal warfare under leather and gold chains. Trying to hide trauma behind fame. Brooklyn winter bloodstains under snowflakes. Dark hearts marching through the sirens and cold rain. Still the boom bap breathe through the crack tape sound. Lost souls trying not to drown. Black skies hanging over church choir echo. Street karma circle like a vulture when the lead blow. If heaven gotta stay away for the corner boys, tell them we survived the noise. Subway tunnels humming like distant cries. Snow melting slow on abandoned 9 to 5s. Young kings dreaming through the project fatigue. Searching for escape through rhythm and grief. Years later, I still hear the borough coffin. Same helicopter circling above apartment complexes. Kids with sharp minds trapped in survival patterns. Learning police codes before grammar. Music became evidence preservation. Every rhyme document pain with precision. Forensic poetry over raw percussion. Street theology mixed with self-destruction. I remember one January night in '94. Footprints trailing red across the grocery store. No witnesses talking. Silence was religion. Even grandmothers understood the conditions. So I spit heavy for the ghosts on the pavement. For every young soul the system left nameless. Boom bap scriptures from the concrete scriptures. Brooklyn forever living through the speakers. The borough never sleep. It just dreams dark in the winter. Somewhere beneath the train noise and snowfall. Another storyteller born. Another soul trying to outrun karma through rhythm. Yeah. Brownstone shadows on the avenue. Snowfall look dirty when the sirens pass through. It's for the borough that raised wolves in bubble coats. Homicide jazz. Hear the ghost through the bass notes. Yeah. Street lamps flicker like they nervous about the truth. Tim's crushed the ice where they chalked another youth. Mama on a fire escape, smoking in the road while the radio preachers say the city lost its soul. I was 17, pocket full of staircase dreams. Hand in hand, poisoned by the liquor store beams. Fiends lean sideways like the train on no string. Cold wind cut skin through the holes in my waistband. Detectives photograph the blood beside the hydrant. Kids still play stickball where the shooters hit silent. That's Brooklyn, beauty mixed with funeral smoke. Heavy laugh from the block, got a sadness attached. I knew killers with scripture tattooed tattooed on their chests, and quiet girls dating hustlers fresh out of rest. Night shift paranoia in the hallway mirrors, eyes bloodshot red from survival and terror. The baseline rumble like the train tracks breathing. Project stairwell smell like wet coats and demons. I kept a notebook full of rhymes and obituaries, trying not to end up just another cemetery story. Winter on Flatbush, angels wear black gloves. Snow turned pink where the neighborhood cracked up. Still I rap pain over drums that swing slow, trying to keep my soul from the streets I know. But Brooklyn nights, cold hard, dark prayers. Everybody chasing money while death stand near. Boom, boom, bap, heartbeat through the borough air. If I die tonight, let my verses stay here. Cassette hits, floating through the Honda speakers. Driver's side window, crack for the reefer. My man Rico said fame will get you boxed in. 2 weeks later, they found him near the dock winds. Nobody cried loud, that's the code where I'm from. Pain gets swallowed whole with the cheap dark rum. Grandmother still sweeps snow off the stoops at dawn. Even after yellow tape wrapped the corner all month. I seen jealousy bloom quicker than respect do. Friends turn strangers when success come next to you. That's why my circle's small as the bullet hole diameter. Trust issues carved deep into the character. Every verse heavy like evidence bags. Lab coat precision, how I dissect tracks. Baritone echo off the basement cement, like confessionals recorded where the murders was meant. Criminal thoughts fighting gospel inside me. One hand on the Bible, one near where the 9 be. Trying to break curses from my father's old decisions, but the borough race predators disguised as musicians. Winter on Flatbush, angels wear black gloves. Snow turned pink where the neighborhood cracked up. Still I rap pain over drums that swing slow, trying to keep my soul from the streets I know. But Brooklyn nights, cold hard, dark prayers. Everybody chasing money while death stand there. Boom, boom, bap, heartbeat through the borough air. If I die tonight, let my verses stay here. Subway sparks under midnight fog. Hoodies pull low while the K9 dogs bark. Heaven feel distant from the avenue grief, but the rhythm keep talking when the world lose sleep. Years later, plaques hanging over crack paint. Still remember hunger making good men dangerous. Industry sharp smile with porcelain teeth. Same cats wouldn't look my direction back on the streets. Now my son asks why the city sound angry. Why helicopters circle rooftops nightly. I told him Brooklyn T survival first. Before love, before peace, before knowing your worth. But music saved me from the coffin dimensions. Every 16 bars like forensic redemption. Documenting trauma over kick snare science. Turning neighborhood sorrow into timeless alliance. So when the needle drop and the drums start breathing, hear the ghosts of the era through the cracks and bleeding. Golden age scripture for the lost and cold. Another black survivor with a story untold. Snow keep falling over Kings County pain. Old train lines hum like funeral refrains. And somewhere in a basement apartment tonight, another kid writing bars under dim hall lights. Trying to outrun fate with a notebook and a mic. And a mic. And a mic. Yeah. Snow drifting sideways through the avenue lights. Train brakes screaming in the distance. Another borough document. Another cold Brooklyn testimony. Yeah. Myrtle Lab winter, black Timberlands crunching. Teenagers outside with numb hands hustling. Storefront neon reflecting off the wet pavement. Whole borough looked trapped in the punishment. Mama kept the chain locked tight after sundown. Too many robberies happened once the dark touched down. I learned fear from the silence in adults, from the way they watch strangers approach. Project hallways smell like old smoke and bleach. Every floor held stories, nobody would speak. My neighbor lost his son over territorial pride. Now his mother stared blank from the fire. Escape nights, I seen blood leak slow through the snow piles. Cops searching pockets while the crowd stood quiet. That vision stayed stuck inside my thoughts heavy. Now every verse sound like documentary confessions. Boom back drums dragging with a Brooklyn link. Jazz sample looping through the basement mist. Baritone vocals deep like midnight warning. Street poetry born from cold mornings. I wasn't chasing fame, I was chasing escape. Trying to outrun the borough before it sealed my fate. But the streets cling hard to the ones they raised, especially young souls lost in the maze. Brooklyn nights got ghosts in the stairwells. Cold wind carrying stories the streets tell. Boom bap heartbeat under dim blue lights. Young kings fighting just to survive nights. Snowfall covering pain temporarily, but karma move patient through every street. If the borough take me before daylight rise, yes, let my bars stay. My man Jerome used to dream about a record deal. Now we doing 20 years off a weapon charge still. That's the tragedy hidden inside ambition. One bad second alter your whole existence. Dice games outside the chicken restaurant tents. Everybody acting tough for respect. The older hustlers watch with exhausted eyes, knowing pride usually end in homicide. Studio basement cluttered with tangled wires. Engineer chasing at an analog fire. Everything warm, gritty, emotionally bruised, like old cassette memories soaked in blues. I spit vivid, cause the borough trained observers. Every face carry trauma beneath the surface. Seen addicts shaking near the train platform. Seen children raised around domestic storms. Trust came rare where I'm from. Even friendships carried loaded guns. That's why my flow sound paranoid and slow, like footsteps dragging through dirty snow. Brooklyn nights got ghosts in the stairwells. Cold wind carrying stories the streets tell. Boom bap heartbeat under dim blue lights. Young kings fighting just to survive nights. Snowfall covering pain temporarily, but karma move patient through every street. If the borough take me before daylight rise, let my bars stay alive. Helicopters floating above apartment blocks. Sirens echo loud past 1 o'clock. Another mother praying by the window shade, hoping a child make it through the rain. Yeah, years later I still feel the tension breathe. Still hear arguments inside my dreams. Gold plaques can't erase survival scars. Can't forget who the borough made you are. I remember funerals with frozen roses. Friends wearing black coats trying to hide emotions. I remember detectives near the yellow barriers, questioning witnesses too scared to answer. So these verses become archive pain for every lost soul standing in the rain. For every kid near radiator heat, writing escape plans over drum beats. This forensic hip-hop, raw and haunted, details stories from the overlooked corners. 1994 spirit trapped inside the mix. Brooklyn forever, living through this.
Snow falling slow over Myrtle Avenue.
Train sparks
fading into the dark blue.
and somewhere another young voice recording pain.
Over dusty drums and heavy bass line.
Try and survive long enough to be remembered. Late snow falling over Fulton Street. Yeah, blue and red reflections on the wet concrete. It's that basement era Brooklyn sound. Heavy drums, low voices, cold memories. Clinton Hill winter, every breath look haunted. Young boys outside already feeling exhausted. Project windows glowing dim through the snowfall. Ambulance sirens singing through the hallways. Mama told me keep your head above trouble. Hard advice when survival bursts bubbles. The rent late, heat weak, fridge almost empty. So temptation move quick through the entry. I seen dealers count cash near the laundry room. Seen mothers cry quiet to the gospel tunes. Street corners taught lessons schools never covered. Like how envy make childhood friends murder. When January night by the avenue stop, a body lay still while the snow kept dropping. Nobody moved, just the flashing lights turning, and cigarette smoke through the cold wind burning. That image still embedded in my mental. Now every rhyme feels cinematic and painful. Baritone vocals hanging thick in the room like police interview tapes after shootings. Boom bap swing with the dusty SP textures. Bassline deep enough to pressure the speakers. No polished fantasy, just borough realism. Street autopsy music with precision. Cold files stacked beneath Brooklyn skies. Young souls carry sorrow in their eyes. Snowfall covering sins for the nighttime, but karma always circle back in time. Boom bap heartbeat through the staircase pain. Train sparks flashing through the freezing rain. If death lurking near the avenue lights, let my words survive. My cousin Dre sold work near the check cash place. Kept anxiety hidden behind a poker face. Told me money only temporary comfort, then disappeared after one rough summer. That's the borough, beauty mixed with danger. Church choirs next to armed strangers. Children drawing dreams while gunshots echo. Every block emotionally heavy like lead smoke. Studio basement under cracked ceilings. Engineer chasing raw analog feelings. Tape warmth hugging every snare hit. Everything dirty but emotionally vivid. I rap slow, calculated, forensic minded. Detailed pain from the borough environment. Seen addicts sleeping near the train tunnel. Seen smart kids trapped in survival struggles. Brooklyn nights taught paranoia naturally. That's why trust came rarely around me. Every smile felt layered with motive. Every handshake could turn explosive.
Cold files stacked beneath Brooklyn skies. Young souls carry sorrow in their eyes. Snowfall covering sins for the nighttime, but karma always circle back in time. Boom bap, heartbeat through the staircase pain. Train sparks flashing through the freezing rain. If death lurking near the avenue lights, let my words survive the night.
Subway still groaning through the darkness. Helicopters hovering restless. Somewhere another mother praying softly, hoping her son make it home safely. Years later I still hear the borough breathing. Still feel tension every snowfall evening. Gold plaques hanging over old trauma. Success never erased where I'm from. I remember hallway fights at midnight. Broken bottles glittering near street lights. I remember detectives asking questions while neighbors stared through cracked entrances. So these verses become evidence archives for every young king trying to stay alive. For every soul swallowed by desperation. For every dream lost to incarceration. This that forensic hip-hop essence. 1994 spirit with emotional texture. Brooklyn DNA through the vocal pressure. Golden era pain preserved forever. Snow drifting slow over Kings County roofs. Train lights vanish into the blue. And somewhere tonight, another young writer got a notebook, cold hands and heavy thoughts. Try and turn survival into art.
Try and turn survival into art.
Heavy snow on the fire escapes tonight. Train wheels screaming through the dark. Another borough confession over dusty drums. Brooklyn forever. December wind slicing through the black goose coat. Teenagers on the corner selling crack hope. Street lights flicker over puddles and ash while detectives mark shell cases near the trash. I came up where the hunger felt biblical. Project babies raised cynical and difficult. Mama said keep your soul away from fast cash, but poverty make temptation move fast. My older man vanished somewhere near Red Hook. Left nothing but trauma and an unfinished look. So I learned from hustlers leaning near liquor stores. Cold eyes, slow speech, courtroom war stories. Snow-covered rooftops look peaceful from afar. To ambulance lights painted red across the cars. One kid laid frozen near the bus route stop. Whole neighborhood silent when the heartbeat stopped. That image stayed burned inside my memory banks. Now every verse carry emotional weight. Forensic poetry over rugged percussion. Street autopsy music born from corruption. The bass line thick like basement humidity. Baritone vocals dripping with anxiety. Snare crack sharp like broken bottle glass. Golden era pain preserved on wax.
Brooklyn when I got death in the atmosphere. Young souls walking like the reaper near.
Boom bap drums through the staircase echoes.
Cold nights covered in funeral weather. Blood on the snow near the project gate. Karma moves slow but it never too late. If I disappear beneath the city lights, let the rhythm tell my life.
Dice games outside the chicken spot dangerous. One wrong stare could shift the whole angle up. Pride in Brooklyn heavier than overcoats. That's why mothers lose sons before they getting old. I knew a girl named Keisha from Marcus Garvey. Brother got locked, father OD'd in the lobby. Still smiled through pain like survival was normal. That's the borough spirit, beautiful but horrible. Studio sessions after midnight snowfall. Engineer adjusting saturation on vocals. Everything raw, dusty, emotionally stained like old photographs soaked in rain. I rap detail cause the streets raise witnesses. Every line built from authentic incidents, no fantasy, just tension and struggle. Young kings trapped in the concrete jungle. My man Tone caught paranoia from the fast life, like sleeping with his gun every single night. Said success don't matter if your spirit damaged. 3 weeks later they found him abandoned.
Brooklyn when I got death in the atmosphere. Young souls walking like the reaper near.
Boom bap drums through the staircase echoes.
Cold nights covered in funeral weather. Blood on the snow near the project gate. Karma moves slow but it never too late. If I disappear beneath the city lights, let the rhythm tell my life.
Subway, tunnels, rumbling under frozen streets. Sirens harmonizing with the drum beat. Every hallway holding secrets and grief. Every young drain fighting just to breathe. Years later, fame still don't erase the tension. Still hear screams buried deep in my memory. Gold records hanging over old nightmares. Success can't clean the borough air. I carry Brooklyn in the cadence patterns. Every slow flow filled with emotional fragments. Voice low like confessions through surveillance wires. Truth heavy enough to start fires.
This for the hustlers trying and outrun fate. For the mothers crying silently late. For the young riders near radiator heat, turning neighborhood trauma into beats.
Golden era spirit inside the mix down.
Dirty drums with the soul turn loud.
1994
energy
preserved through static walls.
Street realism forever involved.
Snow keep falling over DeKalb Avenue. Train sparks
vanish into the dark blue.
And somewhere another kid gripping a notebook,
trying to write himself out the cold.
Brooklyn forever. Yeah. Snowflakes drifting through the siren lights. Another cold file from Kings County. Low-end drums, dark hallways, Brooklyn scripture. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Church Avenue winter, black ice on the pavement. Young boys outside discussing survival payments. Hoodies pulled tight from the ocean wind pressure. Eyes hollow from stress and economic depression. I was raised where the stairwell smelled sour. Broken elevators, trapping souls for hours. Mama kept the TV low during homicide reports, like silence could somehow protect us from the horror. Old hustlers lean near the lottery booth, teaching life lessons mixed with half-truths. Said the borough only love you when you useful. That line hit harder. Every funeral I watch snowfall settle over yellow tape. Another cold body near the subway gate. Nobody crying loud, just exhausted faces. Brooklyn grief moved different through generations. Meanwhile, I'm downstairs crafting bars by the furnace, writing pain detailed enough to preserve it. Barrett's old vocals through dusty compressors, like interrogation tapes from forgotten detectives. Boom bap drums dragging emotional gravity. Jazz loops floating with cinematic tragedy. Every snare crack sharp as police flash cameras. Forensic rap from the land of damaged manners.
Blood on the snow where the train lights glow. Brooklyn souls move cold and slow. Dark prayers echo through the hallway fall, trying to stay alive through the chaos and eyes. Boom bap heartbeat under winter skies. Every young king got survival in his eyes. If the streets take me before daylight shine, let the rhythm archive hard.
My cousin Malik wore fatigue jackets daily. Said paranoia probably saved him lately. Kept his back against walls inside crowded stores. Seen too many wolves disguised as loyal boys. Dice games turn violent over petty cash. Gunshots bounce loud off the project glass. Children still slept while the sirens scream. That's the soundtrack woven into our dreams. Studio session near Flatbush after midnight. Engineer adjusting saturation till it felt right. Everything muddy, warm, emotionally cracked, like memories trapped inside analog wax. I spit stories from first-hand observation. Street corner philosophy and desperation. Seen addicts freeze beneath the scaffolding. Seen gifted kids lose hope gradually. The borough raised poets and criminals together. Pain stitched permanent into the weather. That's why my flow swing heavy and slow, like footprints dragging through dirty snow.
Blood on the snow where the train lights glow. Brooklyn souls move cold and slow. Dark prayers echo through the hallway fog, trying to to stay alive through the chaos and odds. Boom bap, heartbeat under winter skies. Every young king got survival in his eyes. If the streets take me before daylight shine, let the rhythm mark out my mind.
Helicopters spinning above apartment roofs. Blue lights cutting through the bitter truth. Somewhere another mother lose sleep tonight. Waiting for footsteps at the door, right?
Yeah, years later, success still feel temporary. Trauma stick deep like obituary ink, carry gold plaques hanging over old survival scars. Fame can't erase where you really are. I still remember the hallway arguments, the crying through walls and police questioning. Still hear train brakes inside my dreams. Still feel winter smoke in my bloodstream. So I rap for the borough forgotten by power, for the kids surviving one dangerous hour at a time through hunger and frustration, searching for salvation through creation. This forensic hip-hop cold case rhythm, detailed confessionals from souls still living. 1994 spirit inside every measure, Brooklyn DNA preserved forever.
Snow cover the avenue. Slowly tonight, sirens fade deep into the skyline. And somewhere inside a dim apartment room, another kid with a notebook and tired eyes, try turn pain into legacy. Yeah. Late night over Kings County. Snowfall mixing with ash from the rooftops. Yeah. It's that dark hallway music. That low end. Brooklyn testimony. Yeah, bed style when the corner store lights flickering. Old men outside talking death over cigarettes. Snow crunch under heavy black boots. Police radios echo through the avenue. Young boys posted by the mailbox entrance. Dream small as the apartments they trapped in. One eye on money, one eye on danger. Everybody paranoid of strangers. Mama worked doubles at the nursing station. Still couldn't keep the heat through December mornings. I learned survival before I learned peace. Learned hunger turned good souls into thieves. My man Kareem sold crack near the train line. Hand shaking every time he saw plain clothes. Said the borough turn your conscience numb, especially when your fridge stay empty for months. I watched blood spill near a bus stop bench. Snow turning dark red by the project fence. Nobody screamed, just silence and sirens. That's how Brooklyn taught us about violence. Meanwhile, I'm downstairs near the boiler room. Looping jazz breaks through dusty headphones. Voice deep enough to rattle old pipes like autopsy notes recorded at midnight. Brooklyn cold got ghosts in the alleys. Lost souls drift where the snow keep falling. Boom bap echo through the hallway pain, trying to outrun karma in the freezing rain. Dark nights under elevated trains. Every young king carrying invisible chains. If death waiting somewhere near the curb, let my rhymes tell the story first. Dice games outside the Chinese spot tents. Everybody armed, nobody innocent. Women praying softly by apartment windows while the city swaddles sons whole. I knew a preacher with cocaine habits, a stick-up kid reading Black Panther pamphlets. Contradictions lived inside every staircase. That's why the borough feels spiritually dangerous. Studios smelled like dust and burned circuits. Engineer adjusting kicks till they sounded perfect. Snare sharp enough to crack through depression. Bassline thick with basement aggression. No glossy radio fantasy music. This forensic rap detailed and ruthless. Each verse built like criminal evidence. Pain documented with intelligence. My cousin got booked on a snowy Friday. Grandma cried quiet through the whole night. Said Brooklyn, no forgive broken children. That line still harm me when the beat hit it. Brooklyn cold got ghosts in the alleys. Lost souls drift where the snow keep falling. Boom bap echo through the hallway pain, trying to outrun karma in the freezing rain. Dark nights under elevated trains. Every young king carrying invisible chains. If death waiting somewhere near the curb, let my rhymes tell the story first. Subway still screaming through the darkness. Helicopter lights moving restless. Every block got names carved in the memory. Every snowfall hide another tragedy. Yeah, years past, plaques hanging near the window. Still
Still hear ambulance sirens in my sleep though. Success never clean the trauma stains. Still feel Brooklyn running through my veins. I rap slow, heavy cinematic, like crime scene footage mixed with jazz fragments. Voice low, like conversations in interrogation rooms. Truth hanging heavy in the vocal grooves. For every young soul trapped in survival. For every mother fearing the arrival of detectives knocking hard at dawn. Saying another child gone. This for the bubble raised off pain and rhythm. Where hope and violence coexist within us. Golden era spirit through an analog texture. Street poetry over rugged pressure. Snow covering rooftops in silence.
Train sparks cutting through the night wind.
And somewhere inside a dim Brooklyn apartment, another young voice learning that rhythm can keep a soul alive.
Yeah. Snowstorm wrapping the borough in silence. Broken neon, reflecting off black ice. It's that basement tape atmosphere. Brooklyn to the grave. Flatbush midnight, windows sweating from the heat pipes. Fiends arguing loud underneath the street lights. Old Puerto Rican man sweeping snow off the curb like the city never punished every dream he deserved. I was young, hungry, half hopeless, half dangerous. Pocket full of stress, winter air contagious. Project hallway smelling like wet denim jackets and bad decisions hidden deep inside mattresses. My older cousin moved work near the laundromat, kept a revolver tucked beneath the starter cap. Told me money make the wolves reveal their nature. 2 months later they identified him by the bracelet. That pain never leave, it ferments slowly. Turn boys cold-hearted, suspicious and lonely. That's Brooklyn, where survival got religion and funerals feel almost routine tradition. Meanwhile I'm writing 16s in the dark kitchen. Cassette decks humming while the radiator clicking. Low-end vocals shaking dust from the ceiling. Every bar detailed with forensic precision. Boom bap drum sounding grimy and exhausted. Jazz loops floating like spirits in apartments. Voice deep, heavy like courtroom confessions. Street realism wrapped in sonic aggression. Kings County snowfall covers sins temporarily, but blood still visible under February. Cold souls marching through the avenue grief, searching for redemption through rhythm and beats. Boom bap heartbeat under dim train lights. Another young survivor trying live through nights. If karma circle back for the dirt we did, let my verses speak for the dead kids. The corner store owner knew every hustler name. Watch boys grow killers for designer chains. Dice games near the benches turn violent quick. Pride and desperation make a lethal mix. My man shot slid through with a scar on his cheek. Said the streets don't reward the weak. He had nightmares hidden behind his bravado. Carrying trauma like concealed cargo. I seen mothers cry through apartment walls while detectives photograph show casings in halls. Children still walk school routes through caution tape. That's the borough reality, nobody escape. Studio sessions in a dusty basement room. Smoke clouds hanging thick above the drum grooves. Engineer chasing that raw analog texture. Everything dirty but emotionally clearer. No polished glamour, just pain and rhythm. Street autopsies over kickstand systems. Every syllable dragging emotional weight like winter boots through slush at daybreak. Kings County snowfall covers sins temporarily, but blood still visible under February. Cold souls marching through the avenue grief, searching for redemption through rhythm and beats. Boom bap heartbeat under dim train lights. Another young survivor trying live through nights. If karma circle back for the dirt we did, let my verses speak for the dead kids. Subway tunnels groaning beneath the storm clouds. Blue lights spinning while the crowd stay quiet. Nobody innocent, where the cold wind blow. Brooklyn teach lessons every soul gon' know. Years later I still hear the borough breathe. Still smell cigarette smoke and stairwell heat. Still remember footprints leading through the snow toward another body nobody claimed to know. Success never erased the mental damage. Gold records hanging over buried anguish. Every interview smile got pain behind it. Every triumph shadowed by what I survived it. So I rap for the ghosts near the train tracks, for the lost young kings that never came back, for every mother praying by the window blinds, hoping the sun don't get swallowed by the night. This forensic hip-hop, evidence music, detailed confession knows from where the truth live. Brooklyn DNA stitched into the cadence, golden era spirit preserved in the basement.
Snow keep falling over King's Plaza lights. Sirens echo deep into the night.
And somewhere
In a cramped apartment tonight,
another young poet,
learning pain got rhythm. Another voice born from the cold. Another voice born from the cold, 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 cold.
Snow falling heavy on the borough tonight. Squad car reflections in the puddles. Brooklyn breathing through cracked speakers. Yeah. Black hoodie soaked from the February rain. Walking past memorial candles flickering again. Old heads outside the deli speaking low tones. Everybody know death travel close to home. I came up where ambition wore dirty sneakers, where the landlords ignore broken heaters. Young killers with trembling hands and tired souls, trying to fill the emptiness with money and control. Corner store coffee tasted bitter as regret. Train tracks rattled through the apartment vents. My cousin kept a pistol under Malcolm X book. Said survival in the borough got expensive to look. Some nights the avenue sounded possessed. Helicopters overhead never letting us rest. Police floodlights searching shadows near the benches, while mothers prayed hard through the kitchen tension. I wrote rhymes by the radiator hiss, dreaming platinum plaques fall from this. But the streets pull strong like gravity do. Seen too many promising lives get buried young. The beat knocks slow with that Brooklyn lean. Dusty drum breaks mixed with nicotine. Voice deep enough to shake the basement pipes like evidence recordings from violent nights. Funeral weather on Nostrand Ave. Snow cover pain, but the memories last. Boom bap sermons through the project halls. Brooklyn made kings, then watched them fall. Cold nights, dark hearts, calm and near. Every hustler hearing ghosts in their ear. If I vanish in the middle of the storm, let the music keep my spirit warm. My man Curtis got rich off a staircase route. Now his name spray painted where they carried him out. That's the cycle, fast money, short lifespan. Everybody hungry in the shadow of the scams. Dice games under broken street lights flickered. Faces tense whenever strangers entered. Nobody trusted smiles in my section. Envy turned brothers into lethal reflections. Studio sessions smell like old equipment. Engineer tweaking drums for that basement thickness. Tape saturation hugging every vocal layer. Like confessions trapped inside the speaker chambers. I spit vivid cause the borough raised witnesses. Every line painted from authentic images. Red stains melting through the winter slush. Sirens harmonizing with the midnight rush. Seen addicts freeze near abandoned train cars. Seen quiet boys transform into armed robbers. Pain taught lessons the schools never covered. That's why survival became my religion. Funeral weather on Nostrand Ave. Snow cover pain, but the memories last. Boom bap sermons through the project halls. Brooklyn made kings, then watched them fall. Cold nights, dark hearts, calm and near. Every hustler hearing ghosts in their ear. If I vanish in the middle of the storm, let the music keep my spirit warm. Blue lights reflecting off the icy pavement. Another mother waiting up anxious. Another young soul trapped in the cycle, searching salvation through rhythm and survival. Yeah. Years later, fame still don't erase trauma. I still sleep hearing arguments and revolvers. Still remember footsteps racing through the alley. Still remember detectives searching every lobby. Brooklyn winners carve scars in my language. Every slow flow carry emotional damage. Forensic rap documenting human ruin over jazz loops and percussion pollution. I seen loyalty disappear over greed. Seen innocence die quicker than dreams. That's why my bars heavy as wet coats. Truth from the borough where despair grows. Now the younger generation quote my pain, trying to find escape through the same train lanes. So I leave testimony stitched in rhythm patterns for every lost child raised in the madness. Snow keep falling over Kings County sins. Subway still humming through the wind. Somewhere tonight in a dim apartment, another storyteller writing with cold hands, trying to survive. long enough to be remembered.